Hi everyone, how are you doing today? It's your girl Miriam, and today, well, how are you guys doing today? So today, I just want to quickly hop on real quick to discuss a very important topic. Yes, so and the topic for today is failure is not the end of life. Yes, but before I proceed, where are you watching from? I want to know you. Are you also a YouTuber? Leave your link, leave your channel link. I like to check out your channel and show you support. Like your videos, watch your videos from A to Z, and leave a comment and share as much as possible. So yes, today I'll be creating something called YouTube Growth Supporters Club. Yes, so I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you. And as usual, we need more of us, to support one another to take our channels to the next level. So before I proceed, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Miriam. I am a YouTube coach. So if you're coming across me for the first time, hey, where have you been? On the streets of YouTube? Oh yeah, carry your chair and feel free to express yourself here and on this channel. And of course, there are no stupid questions on my channel, and I want to see this channel as a safe place for everyone, regardless of your location, your gender, your race, and of course, today's topic is power packed. Yes, so let me quickly pin the a comment right there. Oh, Shadow Princess, oh my goodness, thank you so much for joining. Good to have you. Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you. Please go back to sleep. It's good to have you. So today I'll be discussing why failure is not the end of life. Yes, so it is never the end of life. So come with me, let us go. One thing I've come to realize is that failing in life helps to build resilience. And the more we fail, the more resilient we become. And for us to achieve success in life, we must know resilience. Now, what is resilience? It is when you're able to take in those obstacles and then bounce back like nothing happened. You know what I mean? I already made a video on how to build resilience for success. You might want to check it out. Yes, so because if we actually think we're going to succeed on our first try, or even after the first few tries, then we are sure to set ourselves up for a more painful failure. Yes, so and one thing I've started to say, or I've started to do like consciously, is that I've come to see, I don't want to call it failure, really. On a good day, I would rather not call it failure. Rather, I'll call it an opportunity to learn. I'll call it an opportunity for me. Failure is an opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Yes. So, and if we look at all the great people, in this world, starting from Abraham Lincoln, he failed so many times, so many times before he became the president of the United States, and so many things actually happened to him, and it's enough. The things that he had to go through, things he went through, were enough to even make him quit. Like, I am done. No, please, and please, never ever give up. Never give up, no matter what. Don't you dare give up on your dreams. Don't you dare give up on your YouTube channel. Yes, so like I said, I'm still holding to that my previous promise here. If you have a YouTube channel, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Yes. By the way, where are you watching from? Yes, so I want to, I love to hear from you. I want to know where you are watching from. What's your channel about? I would love to support you. So don't forget to leave the link to your channel in the comments below, and tag your friends as well. If you're already monetized, or you have passed 1,000 subscribers, I think you can tag your friends. Yes, so tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yes, let's make it a date. I usually go live every Wednesdays and Saturdays, 10:30 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, so you can always set your reminders and join me live on YouTube. Yes, so every Saturdays and Wednesdays. And guess what? We can learn a lot of lessons, from failure. And one thing I know is it's okay to accept failure, but keep trying. It's like going for an interview. You went for an interview the first time, a job interview, and then you didn't get a job. Are you gonna quit on that? Are you gonna say, "Oh, I didn't get the job this time. I don't think I'm gonna get the next one"? No, you keep trying and trying until you finally land that chassis role. You know what I'm saying? And then continue forward in spite of failure, regardless of whatever it is. Don't stay down. Yes, never ever stay down. Get back up again and try again. Yes, that is the whole. Look, you know what? The I think it's just natural for people to just fail and then give up on life. But don't be one of those people. Don't be one of those billions of people that actually give up on life. And that is why we have like 1% of the world is successful. 1%, a very tiny portion of the whole world is successful. So guess what? You need to continue trying, continue forward in spite of failure, so that you can move to the among the spectrum of the 1% of the successful people in this world. Yes, don't let it affect. Don't let it kill your genius. Don't let it kill your zeal for success. So continue forward in spite of the failure. Yes. Is it that people don't believe in you? Have you been talked down by your friends? Are you the only one like trying to make this thing happen? Hey, guess what? Just keep at it. Keep at it, and God will send his own people to you. Yes, he will send people that will help you. You need to put in a lot of hard work, and then Lord can actually finally jam you. You know what I mean? Yes. So so success, another thing is that success or failure is dependent upon whether or not you keep at it. You remember what I said earlier? You have to keep at it. You have to keep trying. You have to keep making efforts. Keep on making those efforts, and trust me, with time you will definitely get there. Another thing is that sometimes failure simply means changing direction. Yes, it just means changing direction. So do not don't just get stuck in there and say, oh, I'm not moving on, nothing is working for me. No, 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 no. For me, failure, in fact, giving up doesn't exist in my dictionary. Like, I'm so sorry, like I'm sorry. So do not ever, never, ever give up. By the way, do you follow me on Instagram? If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I share lots and lots of daily affirmations on my Instagram page. Those will get they will get you going. you know so they will get you going. Also follow me on TikTok at Chat is Everything. Let me show you the other side of me, the playful the playful side of me. So guys, um actually, do not ever think of giving up on your dreams. Another thing is, believe in yourself. And I've always said this so many times on my channel, that if you do not believe in yourself, you are already twice defeated in the race of life. Let me take it again. If you don't believe in yourself, you're already twice defeated in the race of life. Yes. So you need to believe in yourself regardless of whatever. If any failure comes, it's just there temporarily. You're gonna move past it, you're gonna walk past it, you're gonna conquer at the end of the day. So never ever ever think of giving up on your dreams. Yes. Don't you dare give up on your dreams. So you have to keep believing in yourself, keep at it, keep doing what you do, keep trying your best, keep on keeping on. And another thing I've noticed, about taking notes of the important, valuable lessons that you can actually learn from failing, is that it is impossible to live without failing at something. Yes, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well have not lived at all, and in which case you have failed by default. Yes. And I was telling my husband earlier today that I think we should just thank God for all the failures that we experienced earlier in life, because they make you smarter, they make you stronger, they make you wiser. You're able to make decisions more intelligently. You're able to think things through and speak from experience. Like they say, experience is the best teacher. So when you fail, it's an opportunity for you to learn. And then in life, like as you face challenges or further hurdles in future, you're able to handle those situations, like with great wisdom. So, and I also want to say this: failure is actually important, because yeah, as much as it hurts, it is an important part of life. In fact, failure is necessary. Yes. And personally, I have failed so many times than I would like to admit, but it is the truth. I shared my story on one of my videos, my YouTube videos, where I applied, I wrote exams to, go to college 6 times. I actually failed 6 times. 6 times means 6 years, because you only get the opportunity to write the exam once in a year. It wasn't easy. It wasn't funny. It felt like the whole world was against me. It felt like I was a failure. It felt like I will never come out of it. It felt like I'm just stuck. But I refused to give up. I refused to say no. So you have to refuse, refuse to give in, refuse to give up, refuse to say, okay, this is the end. Refuse it. It is not you. That is not the solution to whatever it is that you are going through. Giving up is supposed to be the last thing. You should never even let it cross your mind for any reason. So please, 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 and please, no matter what happens, don't you dare give up on your dreams. Never, ever, ever, ever give up on your dreams. So tell yourself that failure is not final, failure is not fatal, it is not the end of life. You will definitely cross through this hurdle and get there. That one is for sure. So as much as possible, like I said, failure is life's great teacher, and it's nature's chisel that chips away all the excess, stripping down egos, yes, as it molds and shapes us through divine intentions. I would like to say this. When you come across very successful people that are still humble, they are learning from what has happened to them in the past. But when you come across somebody that is successful and very prideful, go and check them very well. They have not learned from their failure. And I'll give you a clue to somebody that depicted this pride I'm talking about. He's successful, quite all right. He got to the highest, pinnacle that anybody can imagine in this world. But at the end of the day, he was kicked out. He was kicked out like a thief. So and today he doesn't even, nobody respects him, nobody honors him, because he was banned from so many social media platforms. He was banned on Facebook, he was banned on Twitter. I'm sure this would this would give you a clue about who I'm talking about, because with all the successes that he attained, he didn't learn from it. And like I said, failure is actually an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity for you to, learn a lesson, and be humble. You see, when you find real, true successful people, you find out that they're actually humble. Because why? Life has taught them. Failure is life's great teacher. It strips down our ego, like I said earlier. Because when you are prideful, it still shows that you're still learning. You're too proud. You're prouding, like there's nobody like you. It shows that you're still learning. By the way, if you're joining me for the first time, don't forget to leave your channel link. I'd love to support you. Let's please see my channel as a safe place, for everyone. And there's no stupid questions on my channel. Leave the link to your YouTube channel. I would love to support you. I'd love to subscribe to your channel if I haven't, and I'd love to leave a comment. I'd love to watch your videos. I'd love to share and do all that I can to support you on your YouTube journey. Yes, we're all here to grow. We're all here to make it. We're all here to take our channels to the next level. And of course, we are not giving up. Giving up is not in our DNA. Giving up is not an option. Yes, so never, ever, ever give up on your dream. And if you actually want to start a YouTube channel, you are more than welcome. Yes, please go ahead. Let me know what's your niche, what you want to talk about on your channel. Is it for business? Is it for personal? I'm trying to build a personal brand for yourself or your business. So feel free to leave a comment right here on this live and tag your friends as much as possible. Please don't forget to share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Anyway, as I was saying, so like I said earlier, failure is life's great teacher. And without failure, we'll be less capable of compassion, empathy, kindness, and great achievements. And we will be less likely to reach for the moon and stars. Yes, you would learn compassion, because when you fail the first time or the second time or countless times, you want people to view you with empathy. You don't want them to judge you because you have failed. So because you don't want people to judge you because you have failed in X or in Y, you also should be able to extend the same courtesy to someone else experiencing failure. Yes, I hope you got me right. So when you fail, you are humbled, and you should also be able to extend that grace to someone else. Extend that grace, that love to someone else, that hey, I understand that it is not the end of life. It's you can do it, you can still get back on your feet, everything is going to be all right. Never ever give up, and don't talk anybody down, because you have been there, and at the time you were there, you didn't want anybody to look down on you. You didn't want anybody to write you off. You didn't want anybody to think that you are a failure, like that's the end of your life, like you're done, you're gone, you can never get back up again. So please, please, and please, always show empathy, show compassion to other people, show kindness to other people, and you would definitely reach for the stars. Never ever look down on anybody just because they have fallen or because they are experiencing failure. And failure, trust me, is always temporary. I watched a video of a lady yesterday on YouTube. She's actually relatively new on YouTube, and I think it was her first video, and she shared the story of how she went to prison and how she was open about it. She was open. She shared the story on her channel, and then she also shared the story with her kids. She's open, she's 100% transparent. Trust me, such a person would never look down on anybody that just came back from prison, or would never look down on anybody that has just been incarcerated, because you just never know, and failure actually helps us, like I said, to be compassionate, to have empathy, to have kindness, to and to also achieve a whole lot more. Another thing I want to say is, while some people let failure to knock them down, others use it to get stronger. Others actually use it to make themselves stronger. And without failure, some of today's biggest, most successful companies and people wouldn't be where they are. That is the truth. Roger that. So many, by the time you get to learn the stories of so many companies, big companies that we see today, I'm sure Facebook wasn't just built in a day. They had to go through lots and lots and lots of failures, lots and lots of things to tweak, lots of things to, a lot of things are gonna fail along the line, and they'll have to work on it again and get back up again. So what exactly is failure? Why is it so important to fail at something before you succeed? The truth is, when we think about failure, we always think of it, we always think of things in a negative light, and we say that failure is painful, it causes emotional turmoil, it inflicts agonizing pangs of guilt, regret, and remorse. But for a lot of people that have known through failure and have bounced back from it, understand that failure in life is necessary for success. And sure, failing hurts. In fact, it cuts deep, like a razor, slicing its way to our inner core. Yet, it is necessary. Yes, failure is necessary. If you're hearing this for the first time, yes, failure is necessary. The fact that you failed, you had a relationship failure, doesn't make you a failure. You are not a failure. You're meant to learn one or two lessons from it. The fact that you failed in business, it doesn't make you a failure. No. Never. It doesn't make you a failure. Remember, I shared my story of how I failed this exam 6 times before I was eventually admitted to college to study my dream course, economics, for my first degree. So imagine if I had given up after the first attempt, or given up after the second attempt, or given up after the third attempt, or given up after the fourth. It's a long story, So I've seen it all. It was at some point, because I was very young at the time, it was giving me a kind of like mental torture. So what if I had given up at those times? And guess what? Along the line, I think the fifth attempt, after the fifth attempt, I applied to the United States. I lived in Nigeria at the time, by the way. So I applied to the United States to study international business management. I was offered admission to study at American Intercontinental University, Atlanta. It's in Buckhead. The school is in Buckhead, AIU precisely. So I got my I-20, I got my statements of account. I went to the embassy, I was like, I'm done. I'm no longer studying in Nigeria. I don't want to study here again. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of feeling jam, blah, 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 blah. All of my kids, sisters, all the people that I'm 6 years above them, they are now, in fact, a lot of people actually graduated before, a lot of my mates have actually graduated. Take, for instance, my husband already graduated. I don't know him then, anyways. But he already graduated before I even gained admission, to the university. And studying in Nigeria is a big deal. Where I come from, you must have minimum, you must have a first degree, you must have a college degree, minimum. You must. Don't even go there. Don't even try to, say X or Y or talking out. No, never. You must. Before you say anything, you need that college degree. Anyways, so I applied to AIU, Atlanta in Buckhead, and I was given admission. I went to the embassy, and guess what? I was denied a visa. My goodness, I could remember that day like today, like yesterday. When I got home, I sat on the floor. I was already gone. I was thinking it was like my life has ended. Not that my life was about to end. It was like as if my life has ended. And then I remember my mom coming. She came to me and then she was like, "What is wrong with you?" I said, I didn't say anything. And then she was like, "Is it because of this visa? Because of this admission? You'd better be very careful." And it can even cause problems for me from that young age, health problems. Yeah, she was telling me that I could actually develop health problems because of my reaction to it. She was like, it is not the end of life. And it was hard for me to comprehend it at the time. It was like the whole world was against. It was like that I was the only one right behind the whole world. Like everyone, the whole world has forged ahead of me. And then when she said it, I didn't know what to do again. Meanwhile, prior to the visa interview, my dad actually begged me, as my father, he begged me to try this exam again, the sixth time. I said, I was like, but we don't say no to our parents in Africa. It was hard for me, but out of honor and respect, I signed. I remember myself like yesterday. I remember filling that form that evening. He bought it, on his way from work, and then I filled the form that evening. I was crying. I was tired. I was frustrated. That was the word. I didn't know that God was preparing me for something greater than I ever imagined. Today I saw a video, I saw a picture, like a graphic representation of what we want and what God wants for us. We want, it was, I saw a picture of a nice building, that somebody was hoping to get, somebody was hoping to buy, somebody was hoping to own. But God's plan was a mansion. That's exactly how my story is. I was looking, I wasn't looking at the big picture. I was just looking at a picture that was, okay, like I wish I could get this thing. I wish X and Y. It was my own plan, but God's plan is actually far greater, far better. Nothing I ever imagined in my life. He's the grand master architect. I always call God the grand master architect of the universe. He orchestrates everybody's journeys. So never ever talk yourself down or see failure as the end of life. Failure is never the end of life. At the end of the day, I, filled the form as my father asked me to, out of honor and respect. I filled the forms and I wrote the exam. And guess what? I've been writing this exam. And this time around, I actually scored above the threshold for my dream course. And as a matter of fact, my name came out in the newspapers. I didn't have to lobby. I didn't have to speak with any professor in the school. I didn't have to say, nobody had to, go on my behalf to say, please, can you admit my daughter in this department? I was straight up admitted into the university the sixth time. The sixth time. What I'm saying may sound kind of easy today, but it was the toughest thing ever. I remember I was a Muslim back then, and I used to I used to count the test bill, the rosary, the Islamic rosary. I will count it. We had, my mom is a conk Muslim. We had the longest version of the that test bill. She's still a Muslim. We had the longest. And do you know, I will pull this thing from night till morning, praying that God should do it for me. But I didn't know He even had a better plan for me. So at the end of the day, I went to the embassy. I wasn't given a visa. I wasn't given a visa. Imagine if I didn't listen to my dad. That's not even possible. Anyway, as an African parent, you dare not say no to your parents, to your dad and your mom. For what now? So thankfully, I wrote the exam. I passed. I came out on merit list. My name was in the newspaper. It was I just straight up. And my journey from day one as an undergraduate has been a great testimony. It has been at at the end of the day, I started thanking God for all the delays I had. Delay is not denial. Yes, it is not denial. I'm here to tell you today that failure is not the end of life. So when you fail, just it's an opportunity. Failure is an opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligent. And like I said, there are always lessons to be learned from every failure. And the most successful people in life have actually failed the most times. Yes, so they have actually failed the most times. You don't want to hear what these people have had to go through. So when a baby, I also want to illustrate this with something. Like when a baby is first learning to walk, of course, the baby is going to fall down so many times. And as a matter of fact, this is failure. But ask any mothers, ask any mother about their baby's ability to walk, and she will tell you that her baby will walk one day. Yes, she might fall down so many times, but she will surely walk. That's exactly the way we should look at life, the way we should look at failure. When you fall, just know that someday you will walk again. I mean, one day you will walk, someday you will walk. It might not happen today, but you will walk. So don't ever give up, regardless of the kind of failure, whatever failure it is that you are experiencing. And then of course, when you ask the mother that why is she so confident that the daughter will walk, we all know the answer to that, definitely. And the truth is, we know that falling down and failing while learning to walk is just a part of life. So why isn't failure, you know, at other things treated this way? You need to see failure in this light as well. You tell yourself, look, the fact that I'm falling down doesn't mean I'm going to end up like this. I'm going to end up, on the ground for the rest of my life. No, you have to get back up again. You have to pick yourself up again and tell yourself, girl, I can do this. Tell yourself, hey, dude, you can do this. So pick yourself up again from wherever it is that you are. And what we don't realize, is that a lot of people had to go. So people had to go, in order to get where they are in life. And just like the baby learning to walk, they had to fall down and fail so many times. One day, you just find the baby walking without any form of, balance, without any form of support. And you're like, oh my God, the baby's about to walk. And then the baby takes the first step, and then another step, and then another step without any support. That's exactly how it is, and honestly, society tends to celebrate the successes instead of highlighting the epic journeys towards success, which are actually filled with trials, with tribulations, with upsets, with setbacks and failures. And it is not, yes, as glamorous to talk about those things. But the truth is, I also saw a graphic representation of somebody, in a stadium. There's this guy in the stadium alone. Now, picture one. The second picture, the guy in the stadium, the stadium is filled with people. Maybe like 100,000 people, 1 million people in the stadium, very large stadium. Now, the first picture shows the what it took for him to get there, meaning zero support. Zero support. But when it's time to celebrate your success, guess what? the stadium will be full. Everybody wants to celebrate your success. Maybe no, maybe people don't want to be part of the journey. Maybe they don't believe in your dream. Nobody really cares. That's the truth. They just want to see the success. Like, oh, okay, is it time to celebrate? Okay, let's celebrate. And that is how life is. And don't take it personal. That is just the that's just how life is designed. That is exactly how life is designed. So I'll be sharing why it is necessary to fail. Yes, I'll be sharing reasons why it is actually necessary to fail. Yeah. And the first point is that experience. Yes. Number one is experience. The first important lesson that I've gained from failure is experience. And actually, what happens when we fail? The truth is, when we go through something and can walk away with first-hand experience, it helps us to develop a deeper understanding for life. Yes. When you go through failure, you go through that heat, you go through the fire and brimstone. Trust me, you're not coming out of it the same person. You're not coming out of it the same way you came in. You will not come out of it that's in the same way. You have learned something. So the first important lesson that you learn from failure is experience. Yes. And the truth is, the experience of failing at something is truly invaluable, and it completely alters our frame of mind, through the induction of pain. It also helps us to reflect and, on the real nature of things and their importance in our lives, transforming and improving our future selves. Yes. Number two, this goes to number one, is knowledge. Yes. So failure actually brings with it important first-hand knowledge. That knowledge can now be harnessed in the future to overcome that very failure, that very failure that inflicted so much pain in the first place, because nothing can replace the knowledge that we gained from failure. Yes. And if we look back, we would find out that the guy we invented the electric bulb, the electric bulb that we all know, lights, Thomas Edison, he failed nearly 10,000 times to create a commercially viable electric light bulb. Did you hear that? 10,000 times. And guess what? According to research, you need a minimum of 10,000 hours with a skill or a craft to be called a professional. Did you hear that? You need a minimum of 10,000 hours. It's like, you've been making maybe you've been making cups, you've been creating molding cups, and you've spent 10,000 hours of work on creating cups, different kinds of, you have become a professional. If you have spent 10,000 hours doing that same thing. So this guy, he became a wizard on it. So when Thomas Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb, when he failed nearly 10,000 times, he gained the knowledge of just one avenue that didn't work. Of course, that is never going to repeat itself again. Once he detected that, oh, this is the problem, he has learned something. He has gained, knowledge from that thing. So failure actually helps us to learn. I remember my husband telling me yesterday, he's a software engineer, by the way, he's a senior software engineer. And then he said that he had an issue. I think he had a bug with a code that he was trying to fix, but then he was able to fix it, and it was like, oh, it was just a small thing that I discovered that was the issue. Trust me, if he comes across the same issue next time, he will quickly fix it. That, oh, is this small thing I need to tweak? So that is exactly how it is. With each failure, you gain knowledge of, just that one more avenue that didn't work. And, you get to accumulate knowledge, developed from nearly 10,000 failed attempts that ultimately led to his success. Now I'm talking about Thomas Edison. It is powerful. That is truly powerful. Another lesson that you learn from failure is resilience. Actually, failing in life helps to build resilience. Remember, I mentioned it, that you can actually, oh my goodness, I have passed. Oh, thank you so much for joining me today. It's already past 30 minutes, and I'd like to, oh my god, I'd love to continue. Maybe I'll continue from here next week. For the benefits of people that will be playing the replay, I'd like to stop here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. So if you are watching the replay, don't forget to leave the link to your YouTube channel. If you are a YouTuber, I'd love to support you. I'd love to subscribe to your channel. I'd love to like your videos, watch your videos from A to Z, and leave my comments as well. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you again on next week. Usually I go live every Wednesdays and Saturdays, so catch me live every week, same time. But till then, keep winning and keep shining. God bless you all. I love you. Bye.